Today, we're taking on a subject that has sparked intense debate, shaped global policies, and left many of us wondering, what's really going on with climate change? Is it a man-made catastrophe, or are we misunderstanding the science? Buckle up, because we're about to explore these questions and more in a way that's both enlightening and engaging. Let's kick things off by diving into the heart of the climate change debate. The conventional wisdom, as many of us know, is that human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, are causing dangerous global warming. But is it really that simple? According to Julian Morris's book, Climate Change: Challenging the Conventional Wisdom, the answer is a resounding maybe not. Morris argues that while greenhouse gas emissions have undoubtedly increased over the past century, the extent to which they are driving climate change is far from clear. He points out that the Earth's climate has always been in flux, with periods of warming and cooling driven by natural factors like solar activity and volcanic eruptions. In fact, the current geological era, the Holocene, is unusually warm compared to the past 100,000 years, when ice covered the Earth more often than not. Morris also highlights the role of industrialization in lifting billions out of poverty. Fossil fuels, he argues, have been the key to intensive growth, freeing humanity from the limitations of organic economies. He warns that imposing strict emissions limits could stifle economic growth, particularly in developing countries, and potentially do more harm than good. Now let's talk about the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, the body that has become the face of climate science. Morris raises some intriguing points about the IPCC's role in shaping the climate narrative. He suggests that the IPCC's reports are often influenced by political agendas, with policymakers having the final say on how scientific findings are presented. For instance, the famous discernible human influence statement from the 1995 IPCC report was a result of intense negotiations and compromises. Morris argues that this politicization of science has led to a manufactured consensus, with dissenting voices often sidelined or ignored. He cites examples of scientists who have been pressured to conform to the prevailing narrative, even when their research suggests otherwise. One of the most compelling arguments in Morris's book is the role of solar activity in climate change. He discusses the work of Danish scientists Egil Friis Christensen and Knud Larsen, who found a strong correlation between the length of the sunspot cycle and global temperatures. Their research suggests that solar variability could explain much of the warming we've seen over the past century, challenging the conventional focus on greenhouse gases. Morris also explores the theory that the sun's magnetic field influences the incidence of cosmic rays, which in turn affect cloud formation and climate. This theory, while still debated, offers an alternative explanation for climate change that doesn't rely solely on human activities. But what about the impacts of climate change? Morris doesn't deny that the climate is changing. He just questions the extent to which humans are responsible. He argues that the effects of climate change are likely to be mixed, with some regions benefiting while others face challenges. For example, a warmer climate could extend growing seasons in higher latitudes, potentially boosting agricultural productivity. Morris also challenges the doomsday scenarios often portrayed in the media. He cites evidence suggesting that many species are more resilient to temperature changes than previously thought, and that the overall impact on biodiversity might be positive rather than catastrophic. So, what should we do about climate change? Morris advocates for a shift in focus from prevention to adaptation. He argues that rather than trying to halt climate change, a daunting and potentially futile task, we should invest in strategies that help us adapt to its effects. This includes improving infrastructure, developing drought-resistant crops, and enhancing disaster preparedness. Morris also emphasizes the importance of economic growth and technological innovation. He believes that a wealthier, more technologically advanced world will be better equipped to handle the challenges posed by climate change. In conclusion, climate change, challenging the conventional wisdom, offers a provocative and insightful perspective on one of the most pressing issues of our time. It challenges us to question the assumptions that underpin current climate policies and encourages us to consider alternative explanations and solutions. As we wrap up this episode, I want to leave you with this thought. The climate is a complex, dynamic system, and our understanding of it is still evolving. While it's crucial to take action to protect our planet, we must also be open to new ideas and approaches. After all, the future of our world depends on our ability to make informed, balanced decisions. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the climate change debate. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and share it with your friends. And as always, keep learning, keep questioning, and stay curious. Until next time, this is BrightLearn, signing off.
This has been a BrightLearn video from BrightLearn.ai on the book Climate Change, Challenging the Conventional Wisdom by Julian Morris. Visit BrightLearn.ai for more fascinating videos like this one, and visit naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage and breaking news on critical stories that keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.